A volcanic eruption of Mount Etna on the island of Sicily released a lava flow 1 mile wide and 4 feet deep. The molten rock destroyed the homes of 20,000 inhabitants. This disaster overshadowed news of the previous week in the Italian press, in which members of the richest families of Rome had vanished without a trace. They did return more than once, proving the existence of a time travel tunnel in Italy. Zanetti Trasporti was an Italian locomotive builder, offering to service premium travelers with a luxury car of thoroughly modern design. On July 14th, 1911, on tracks at the Roma Termini train station, a steam engine was coupled to 3 prototypes of the new railcar, awaiting its upper-class passengers with buckets of champagne. To promote the luxury railcar, local socialites and wealthy businessmen were given that day a free ride. The passenger list was limited to 100 privileged guests. The crew consisted of 6 men. Before entering a tunnel through one of the Lombardy mountains, the train reduced its speed to a crawl. The passengers could see the reason for this through the windows. The entrance to the tunnel was filled with white mist, so thick that it looked like milk, spilling from the subterranean passage. 2 of the Italians, 1 passenger, and 1 of the crew were so disturbed by this sight and filled with such dread that they opened one of the car doors and jumped from the train. The train was then swallowed by the mist and the mountain. It never arrived at its destination. The search of the tunnel that followed found no evidence of the locomotive and its 3 carriages. Pressure from the wealthiest families of Rome resulted in the southern entrance of the tunnel being walled off with bricks. Half a dozen other railway tunnels provided alternate passage through the Lombardy mountain range. During World War II, as the result of Allied bombing, the other tunnel entrance was closed by a cave-in. Its reputation in ruins, Zanetti Trasporti went bankrupt. The train did not appear again until 1955 in the Crimea. Peter Putanyi, a signalman working near the city of Balaclava, witnessed a primitive steam train running along an embankment which had once held railway tracks. Chickens which were feeding on the hill bounced off the front of the locomotive. Large yellow Italian lettering on the sides of the 3 carriages was reminiscent of the Zanetti luxury cars. The cars moved slowly, as if the pilot-engineer was having difficulty seeing ahead. Putanyi got a good look at the engineer, who was wearing an outdated shirt with a white collar attached by buttons. Beginning in 1991, paranormal researcher Nikolai Cherkashin hunted historical records for other possible appearances of the train. A medieval manuscript at the San Pietro Monastery of Modena in Italy records an apparition from the year 1476, consisting of 4 large iron carriages in a row, of which the first supported a black pipe belching smoke or steam. Benedictine monks working at the construction of a church adjacent to the abbey observed passengers looking out of the windows, appearing just as frightened as the Benedictines. Naturally, the Catholic Brotherhood concluded the accursed souls were on their way to Hades. The journal of the 19th century Mexican psychiatrist, Jose Saxino, contains a peculiar paragraph dated 1845 concerning 104 of his patients. They were a group of Italians who had wandered into Mexico City. All of them said they had just arrived on a train from Rome. Before the Zanetti luxury line disappeared again, the passengers and remaining crew had escaped with their lives. Unfortunately, in Mexico, all these survivors were involuntarily committed to the first psychiatric facility in the Americas, San Hipólito, where, according to hospital records, they spent the remainder of their lives.